Dennis story, we are officially live.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. I'll try and keep this in tame. The long and short of it
Dennis story,
was,
we are officially live.
oh, I actually don't know if I can tell this story on air. That's probably not a good idea. I was in a sort of long term romantic relationship with a doctor for a while who also happened to be my boss. Um,
Not this one.
so that one was a good one, for sure. It was an odd period in my life, and if I could go back and do it again, I definitely would not. But you know, life comes at you fast. All right, how far out are you, Annie?
I am jumping into the K-space system that contains the chain. So.
Okay. All right. I think you're the last one, so
Um,
we are all good.
Mark, can you give voice perms to Hunter, who is joining a
Hunter's got
little late?
voice. I
Sir,
just did.
that's a femboy hunter to you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave.
Okay, you gave him.
Request, and it is we start putting the signature like ABC into the bookmarks. I know we just like.
I do that, and
policy.
we're actually supposed to do that. So yes, everybody, please make sure you're putting the SIGs in the bookmark.
Or Rona will educate you.
Just not in the return bookmark.
It is actually in the document. If you look, you can see the bookmark is the destination or your current location, the desto, the class, and then the SIG.
Has he posted his bookmark manifesto already?
That's all you have to do.
Oh, Mark, I'm
Just not
assuming
there.
that you
Just not in
were.
the return hall, please.
Mark, I'm assuming you were expecting this to happen, but many people in Twitch chat want to know what happened with the dread.
Oh, with the dread.
Nobody knows.
Okay, how many people do we? Oh Jesus. Okay, so I'll tell that story because that one's kind of funny and it happened recently, and Quantum can back up how stupid I was when I did it. So TLDR, I got a ping this morning. Oh, hang on. I got a ping this morning about wanting to get some kitchen sink. So hang on one more second. People keep pinging me.
It's all the people pinging you asking about the dread.
What about the base one?
But I mean, he is the only active CSM that's PvPing on the daily.
That may be true, actually. Okay, so got the ping this morning. Somebody asked for kitchen sink in chain. And I'm like, okay, I'll get some kitchen sink together. Like, that's fine. And so I log on and I hear poor Trimson and Dan, or poor Trimson and Quantum are in the process of feeding battleships on a nullsec hole that we have in home. And so oh, hang on a second before I finish the story. I have to. The cat wants to be on TV. Here's the cat, everybody. Look at the cat. She's in the office tonight. She's not usually allowed to be in here. Oh, she does not like that. Okay, down you go. Anyway.
Kiki!
Fucking Kiki. Okay, so they're like, it's not going well for them. And I'm like, oh, okay, what can I log in right now that I can send over there and like cause enough of a disruption and hold grid long enough that we can ping, like actually ping, and get people here to do the thing, right? And so my solution to that was not a good one. My solution to that was to undock a Rev Navy, which in theory is good because it has a lot of staying power, and it do be doing a lot of damage. And you can just kind of sit it there and push people around. Well, two small mistakes I made. The first one was I undocked and then didn't ping. So we didn't actually get a ping out until Dan logged in a few minutes later.
Oh, no.
And was like, oh, should I ping? And we're like, yes. So that was not ideal. And second thing is, I actually think we have too much mass. I'm going to put my tunes back into Absos for this. We should have enough Lashak otherwise. Anyway.
Roll everything.
I also forgot that
We're okay on shacks on the undocked at the moment.
Were we?
Yeah,
Right
there's
now.
like fuck all undocked. There's only like 8 on the undock right now after you docked up, so you were good.
Oh, we've got 14 in fleet currently.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think 14's too many.
If it doesn't count, he's in the
We
wrong
got
trip.
Atlas
It's fine.
Shacks, the Scorpion.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'll just absos are fine. So Dan pings. I also forgot, and this is kind of the critical thing. I also forgot to put haw guns on the dread, which turned out to be kind of important because, fun fact, those cap guns couldn't track worth shit. Just
That's
could
not true,
do it.
Mark. That's not true at all. You thought it was forfeit already.
I did think it was Hawfit, and so I did. That's why I undocked. I was like, a Hawfit Dread. This will be fine. Bad move. I did not check. I should have checked. And so by not checking, I had only cap guns. Now, I will tell you, I was able to put some pressure on a Varger at one point that was in Bastion, which was great. And I also no-scoped a Curse, which was also great. Other than that, couldn't shoot anything. And for the longest time, I didn't know why I wasn't hitting anything. And then I checked the kill mail and found out that's why I was not hitting anything. But at one point, goons, being, goons, showed up with 200 people. And they all started to orbit me at like 500. And I was going down fast. It's a lot of DPS from all those bombers and Kikis. And when they got in range, I thought like, well, I guess this is it. And then I remembered that I had a smart bomb fed. So I had that really like, I mean, obviously didn't last too long because clearly like I was going to die. But I did have that moment where like I was in armor and I was full blasting armor reps. I mean, I was heating to the gills. I'd taken all my drugs, the whole 9 yards. I was full send on armor reps. And I was like throwing cat boosters in, just eating cat boosters, doing my best to stay up because I was just running the reps full out. I had to, and I started to dip into hull, and every time I dipped into hull, I was like, well, this is it. Like it's over. You know what I mean? Like this is what it's gonna be. And then I started hearing the notification sound in game, that little like bring sound that you get whenever you die, and you get
drugs are injected into your veins.
Right. Yeah, you either get drugs or like your ship dies and you get the little notification that your ship has died. So I'm like, well, I guess my ship's dead, but I didn't die. And then I continued to not die for a while after that. And I'm like, why am I not dying? What's going? And so I looked down there, and it was bomber kill mails. Because the bombers were too close. They were all feeding to the smart bomb. I killed I think I killed like 20 of them, maybe 20 or 30, before I finally died. Maybe it wasn't quite that many. I think it was like 20. Either way, it was like 20, and I'm rolling 2, by the way. They did die.
No, don't roll 2. Don't roll 2.
I want 2 bombs on
Why?
I got one more newbie coming. It's Hunter. He's coming from Jita. 15 jump Jita.
No, then go through 4.
Do we have a Jita connect through 4?
Yes, 43114. It's the EOL 14 Jita.
Is it still active?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just through it 10 minutes ago. I called it up.
Okay, we'll go through that then. I'll Hunter, I'll link you the new Dustone fleet.
Yeah, I definitely want to go that way because this hole's dead.
That's fast.
Wait, is it already dead?
Yes, it's dead.
Fuck!
I said I was gonna roll holes.
Wendy's was already in that chain on the way to give Hunter the
We'll just go out
warpins.
through Hillmar.
Yeah, I know.
I won't clear the bookmarks. I know. I'm sorry. I thought you heard me.
Yeah, no.
That was my bad.
It's fine. It's partially my fault, but it's fine.
Okay. So anyway, that's the long and short of it. Is that from the moment those Kikis and bombers jumped in, I was definitely gonna die. Probably from the moment that I didn't undock with Hawes, I was gonna die. But one does what one can, and we were fine. We did okay.
It's a serious plight of the rich, Like, I have so many caps. How are they fit?
I'm glad I didn't unlock the Phoenix Navy, given how much I fed this.
I was gonna say it could have been a lot worse if we'd sent the
It
Phoenix.
could have been a
Navy
whole.
over
I
too.
could have doubled my losses.
Oh no.
I had a handful of people message me afterwards. One, a bunch of goons messaged me afterwards, asking why I wasn't blue to them, which was honestly a little insulting. And then they also asked if I was. They wanted to know if. Oh shit! What was it? Oh, if I wanted to buy another Phoenix Navy or another Rev Navy. And I'm like, all right, smart asses, calm down.
If they sell out of the alliance, don't they get in trouble, Mark?
So
I've heard
That's
that.
a supers.
that right
Not
there is
the-
why,
Oh,
it's
to
everything.
me, the extra cost of a Navy Dread
Like they have
just
sneaky stuff if they want to fire so cap.
is justified alone, and it's just on the extra high
They
slot.
traded to it too.
It is. So, and that's the thing too, is that that Rev Navy, I had another. I only had one smart bomb. My other high slot was an Abyssal Dead Space Newt. No, sorry, it was an Abyssal T2 Newt. That wasn't the fancy Newt. And if I put 2 smart bombs in that slot, oh baby,
Can you imagine?
can you imagine the damage I would have done? Has everybody seen that video from years back of Yodic dropping a
Smart bomb
a
roar.
bunch of smart bombing nesters on P Horde?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I experienced was not what Yodic experienced, but it was just like a little bit of a simulacrum of that experience.
I mean, Mark, there was a video posted to Reddit like 2 days ago of people in smart bombing nesters and smart bombing vindicators destroying a fucking Kiki fleet into oblivion.
Yeah, it's really good. We should do more fleets like that because they're fun.
Kibo fleets are fun, but they are a pain in the dick to set up, Mark. Don't do it to yourself.
I mean, I could be convinced.
It is more fun to firewall than it is to chemo fleet.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever used smart bombing Macarial to just instantly delete pods on gates that think that they're safe?
I died to that 20 times on my first day in the game.
All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna go ahead and
that's
we're gonna go ahead and get started here shortly. I'm not gonna roll off the 4 Mifune. Can I get a couple people in battleships to go roll 3 real quick? That's that nullsec. I want it to go away. For reasons.
The trauma too much.
Yeah, I don't want to be backdoored.
Uwu.
The fuck is that sound?
Yeah, what's that clicking sound?
Ew.
Scale. Hello.
Hello.
We're getting started now. If you want to join us, yes.
Yes.
I need 3 people except in battleship. Except now. Do the battleship X.
Best I can do is eat barbecue and roll in.
Best if you don't have pods, so that you don't have to swap pods.
Oh,
You can do it in alt. Do it in alt. I need 3 people to X up for battleships who can go roll the 3. Don't everybody jump at once.
well, do we have battleships in the handout? I can go do that right now.
I believe we do.
I'm in the document.
Does the carries count? Well, for some things, yes. For others, less yes. All right. I don't want to wait too long.
I'm looking right now.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we got a roll here. Let's go. 2 practices, Megatron. Yeah, there's enough stuff to go.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, just put a couple hot passes on it. It doesn't need to. I actually don't care if it rolls as long as we crit it.
Well,
just-
I'm going. Which one is this on? You running this?
3. Just send.
3?
Put a couple hot passes on it.
Sure. You all can watch me slowly do this.
Yes.
Are we gonna be waiting? Okay, here we go. 3.
No, we'll be fine. It won't take that long. In fact, here's what we'll do. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We'll just come watch you.
Mhm. Just kidding. I like it. Get over here.
Oh, I am. Are you all warped off?
Yeah, with up to 3.
Beautiful. Let me take this warp.
Fleet's punishment for dragging our feet should be that if we get to K-Space, I read out the description of the region to run from the info tab.
I
Mark, I
don't
feel like
think
you said.
you
I feel
warped
like you
us.
said take this warp.
I did
However,
not. I did not. I did not. You were correct. I should have done that. So what you're gonna have is just me staring at you, Marcus Chin, from a distance.
Well, this got weird.
And it got real weird all of a sudden. You know. But it's alright. I'm warping back. I'll get everybody.
Alright, it's still D-stab.
That's
going
fine.
back through hot.
Go through hot again.
Yeah.
Smokey, my beloved.
Hot.
Wait for him to come back, but yeah, hot after that.
Roger.
That's the only one I really give a shit about. The rest will be good to go. Only a casual 20 minutes behind, no big deal. Standard.
Did somebody ask, like, hey, can we get a 30-minute ping in Corp before, too?
Well, these things happen. All right,
Got
now I'm back, and now we're gonna take everybody. Everybody, come with me.
It's on verge of collapse now.
It is. Okay, that's fine. Just come on back, Smokey. Wow, wand was quick out the gate right there.
What? Did I do?
You were you warped immediately, realigned.
No, I just undocked.
Callie, about that picture that I posted, I was on my knees at that end of the pool. Because that end is like 3 feet.
no, Mark's actually 4 feet tall.
True.
Photoshop just a giant Monty Python
Uh-huh.
in the pool. I went swimming today.
Lana's got a good like 3 feet on him.
I posted it. I posted it a while ago. I'm not sure if any of y'all saw it, but I posted.
We're at 100 of this wormhole, and that's probably what you meant to do.
That's okay. We're gonna warp to the other hole real quick as I roll it, and then we're gonna get started. So, everybody, take this warp here if I can.
Which hole are you planning on rolling?
Oh, did I warp to the wrong? I did warp to the wrong hole.
Do you need battleship rollers for anything else, Mark?
No, we're fine. We're fine. Everybody, take this warp back to the Astra.
What's something we killed recently where I would have 8 Imperial Navy large remote cap transmitters? Because I owe somebody those.
8 Imperial Navy large remote cap transmitters. Was it
Like the
loot?
last few days, it was definitely had to have been loot.
We haven't killed many guards recently, so I don't know what that was.
Would
No.
guards use the green transmitter?
Some of them can. We used to have Fritz that did it.
Huh. I feel like it was like a ratting fleet, but that Paladin one we got recently is not obviously going to be it. So I don't know.
What about the LTX yesterday?
See, that's maybe right.
I don't know.
I did have that thought too. That might be a little.
I'll look at the
little
kill
shacks.
notes. I'll look at those because that is possible. I'll just go through. It won't take long.
There you go.
I just thought of
All right.
something new.
Almost done. We'll be getting started here momentarily.
Y'all going to be on the Astra soon?
We'll be on the Astra, yeah.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
So Marcus, Smokey, whenever you reach up, just come back to the Astra.
No, but as I was saying earlier, is that I linked a thing earlier that was Monty Python in Elden Ring, and it is
That's funny.
so fucking hilarious. Just at the end, they all walk out of the main castle and they're like, you know what? Let's not go to Camelot.
It's a silly place. All right, new sig will be the static. Here we go. All right, so hello, new guys. If you have not been here before, we'll do proper introductions now. I'm Mark. I run the show here. I feed Rev Navies. This is true. This is true. I feed a lot of things, as it turns out. But you know, It's all part of the show. So this is rage rolling. I don't know if you've ever done it before. It's super boring most of the time. So all you gotta do is kick back, put some music on, put on a movie if you want to put on a movie, and just relax. Let me do the driving. What we'll do is we are just, if you don't know how it works, wormhole mechanics are such that the C5 static connection in our wormhole means that every time we roll the hole, which means to collapse it by putting a bunch of mass through it, a new C5 will pop, and the new C5 is always random. As it has to be a C5, but that's all it has to be. So what that means is that we have basically a 1 in, what is it, 500 and something chance?
512.
512 chance of rolling into anybody else in wormhole space who lives in C5s. And C5s are particularly friendly, or particularly friendly for ratters, which is nice.
Mark might be distracted on something.
Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of pings tonight. So anyway, we're looking for ratters. We could also be looking for just fights that we can get. There are a handful of groups who maybe, we might roll into, and if we can get a good fight out of it, we'll do it. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll probably reship a little bit if we go to do that, so we can have some other options. Mifune, are you out of the 2 chain, by the way?
I'm out of the 2. You can get rid of it.
Okay, I'm going to clear all of those bookmarks and clear everything in Pathfinder real quick. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Kikimore, stop. She's fucking batting at something on my desk.
She's spooling, Mark. Watch out.
She is spooling. She's fucking cracked, dude. If you hear me talking about Kikimora, I'm not talking about the ship. I'm talking about my fucking cat. She's a little nightmare. All right, here we go. Everybody take this warp.
Woo.
So the name of the game is, like I said, just vibe. Just hang out. Just chill. And if we find something, we find something. We'll go in and try and kill it. And if we miss it, it sucks. Some nights we get nothing. Some nights we get dreads. So it could be a number of things. All you gotta do is hang tight and let me do the thing.
And note for the newbies, as we discussed earlier yesterday, if Mark tells the dictors to jump, the dictors specifically to jump the wormhole, that includes you too. You are all in tackle frigates. You are included in that group. So if he tells you to jump that hole, then do it.
Well, cool. I was really hoping to see some new folks in Tech 1 shit with us to get on some expensive kill mails. That's pretty dope.
Let's go.
And as the corp gets established, we're gonna move them up to tackle Kikimoras for the rage roll fleets.
My dear God. Just Punishers. Punishers. All plates. Okay.
All plates Punisher, and we roll into a WR.
Oops.
True.
Also, sorry if the stream is laggy.
At some point,
folks.
you're
I'm
probably going to
working
ask
on
yourself
2
why we're just
characters.
warping back and forth between wormholes and that Astra house in the middle of the system. And the reason for that is because, well, there's not. We don't. I guess we don't have to, but it's more fun just to bring all the friends to every hole. Just so we can all look at it. Look at the nice
then we're
wormhole.
ready.
Stop, Kiki. Stop. Down from my. Stop.
I thought Kiki wasn't allowed in that room for this specific reason, Mark.
Well, she's not, but she was complaining, and I felt bad for her. Get off my keyboard.
And she's a sweet baby.
She's turned off
Imagine
my
not-
fucking cloak.
Imagine not having a decoy keyboard. That was going on.
I've got one sitting right over there in my bed. She won't go lay on it. She sees the cursor on the screen. She's fucking cracked. She's like, what the fuck? What?
You know, at some point, someone made an r/eve post that basically stated the reason that your cats love you so much is because of all the stars in the skybox. Like, they're infatuated with the million of tiny white dots that make up all the different stars.
That may be true. She's also fascinated by the cursor. Hey, you have to go outside my office now, okay? You little shit.
Oh.
No, let her
How dare
stay.
you speak to royalty that way, Mark?
She can't.
Free Kiki.
She's simply
Free Kiki.
free Kiki. She's been so free. Oh God, Kiki, no,
Everyone-
please, no claws, no claws, no claws.
What is?
Oh, that's right, Kiki. Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. Everyone tackle the facts and don't untackle it until the cat's allowed back in.
Oh God.
Kiki has become ungovernable.
Oh no.
Bro, she got my fucking arm. Oh, God
No.
Oh, sucks. I'm sorry.
damn it. Dumb cat. All right, new sig.
What did she do? She
got me in the arm.
Apostle?
She like latched on.
You scratched him. And you closed
Meow.
She was. I was holding her like a baby, and she decided in a moment that she no longer desired this.
I'll show you a baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the reasons why I want to get a cat for the damn apartment, but my roommate won't have it.
Your roommate's smart.
And like, he's on
Yeah, 'cause your roommate knows
vacation.
You're not gonna fucking take care of it.
The he's on vacation for a week. He's in New York, and so like the strong impulsive thought to just get a fucking cat, and he comes
I would
home.
advise against
Fuck around and
that.
find out, homie.
No.
He's watching the stream right now.
Ah.
He's gonna get a text message. Don't you fucking think about it.
I want one so bad. I need a goddamn pet in the house. I'm so used to having the family dog around where it's just like, now that I
Stuffed
live
animal.
alone.
Yeah, I get you.
This is what a Blaha is for. I'm not kidding.
Oh,
Like, I even thought about getting like a lizard or a fucking fish, just like something.
Mifune, I got some real bad news for you. You can't feed a cat with weed.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you can. It's called catnip.
I have.
Cantor won't.
Right. So I have a the place I used to work. I was able to get a hold of like scientific grade versions of certain herbs. One of them was catnip, so I have a jar of like powdered catnip concentrate in my
Weapons grade catnip.
Yeah. She doesn't like it. It doesn't do anything for her. I think it has to be like the leaf. They really want that leaf.
Give leaf.
So tackle isn't jump by default, you saying?
Yeah, okay, so we can do this. Tackle ships, dictors, just dictors, not the new guys. I'll call the new guys if we need the new guys to jump. Dictors, turbo dictors, jump every hole and just reapproach the wormhole as soon as you come through. And I will call you to go if you need to go, but just make sure you're back right now. I'm about to roll this hole.
Fuck,
So-
the 4's dead.
Jump this one. So.
The 4 is dead?
4's dead.
The connect, like the G to connect, or like 4 itself?
The G to connect dead.
Oh, well.
So there's another one, AERE, which
That is
shouldn't
true.
be all that far from you, because that one took you to one day, so just try 431.
Yeah, 431 is in essence.
I know
Look
this
at
is sort of
Pathfinder.
fall back to it.
Mhm.
Which one?
431.
431.
Okay, that's like 3 jumps. Cool.
Woo.
Sick.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, Dictors, just go ahead and jump every wormhole that we land on. It's just so you can be ahead of the game if we need to. Just jump, reapproach the hole. I'll do my dirty business. And then if we need the new guys to jump, I'll call for you, new guys. And I'll throw you. All you'll hear is jump, and when you jump through, you'll just wait for a fleet warp, and then I'll throw you at the thing, and hopefully we'll have dictors on grid by there that'll tell you what to tackle.
And there will be a gnashing of the teeth.
Mm.
There will be.
I love gnashing.
I love Steve Nash.
Yeah, sorry
Wow.
about the frame loss, guys. That'll be
You know,
improved
he's
soon.
pretty good.
I'm on an alt tune,
Basketball player.
so the camera's
Suns.
going to be a little bit rough for
Yeah.
a bit. I do apologize for that.
How long ago? This gentleman looks old.
Not
He
much I can do
played
about it
in,
right
like, the
now,
2000. in
but
the aughts.
it will
He's born in
improve.
1974. All right. all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
From South Africa.
Is he
He
daddy
is.
material, Marcus?
Did you what?
Is she
You're
wants to
looking
know
at him now. Would you
is
say
he daddy
material?
material?
No. Kind of
He's-
like, maybe like in the same sexual sphere as Niles Crane. Or-
That's an
Marcus saying
an accurate assessment of Steve Nash's whole vibe.
yeah. He had long
I
hair at some
love
point,
Steve
I don't know
Nash,
how,
but
you
he's-
know.
Sorry, but I
he's-
trust y'all.
He's definitely got like an Ichabod Crane kind of vibe.
Yeah. Like he could be a
I
cool
don't.
goth.
I can't put a
probably.
face to that name, but that name itself just says a lot.
Well, Ichabod Crane is the protagonist of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So just imagine that kind of slight, slender, gaunt man. And you'll kind of have the vibe.
Got you.
He's a wiry one. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, I'm just picturing him in a tricorner.
Yeah,
hat.
no,
He missed his
it's all me. Sorry, it's
As
my
a
graphics
Hang on, I got
card.
ships. I got ships.
and-
I got
and
ships.
fuck up.
calling. Shit.
Hang tight.
Everyone approach the hole.
Yeah, everybody approach. This is a pretty big system, so it might not be anything, but everybody go ahead and approach anyway. Oh, they're just, well, one of them is a command Desi, so I'll send you dictors. They might not be there anymore. There's an exploration or an expedition frigate over there too. Oh, there's a bunch of prospects over there. Okay, everybody, dictors take this warp.
Can I come
This
through
is
in my?
fine.
Hold on.
A bunch of prospects and a Bifrost. Chances are pretty good they're sitting on a wormhole.
I'll
It's-
volunteer to jump on the other side.
Yeah,
There's a
see,
wormhole.
everybody approach, everybody approach.
Wasn't a site.
The prospects.
Yeah,
Landed on a
it was a
wormhole?
wormhole.
Okay, keep both sides. Everybody jump,
Nothing was on this side.
I'm
Okay,
not
that's fine.
sending my
Everybody jump
men.
anyway.
I'm not sending ults.
That's fine. Don't send your alts. Everybody else jump.
Okay, on this side, prospects are off scan. There's 20 of them.
Oh, on the other side. Damn. Then they're gone.
Gonzo.
Okay, you can come back to Ayla. Everybody else reapproach the whole wormhole. Everybody else reapproach the hole. Reapproach, jump back. Reapproach and jump back.
Dictors just splashed. Oh yeah, no, somebody just said check your pods, and that's a good reminder.
Yeah, good idea. Everybody go ahead and jump back, jump back.
Is something happening? What?
No, just we thought maybe we could get some expedition frigates, but they fucked
Gotcha.
off. Also, this is a pulsar, so
They expeditioned right the fuck out of system.
Didn't massive. Fuck yeah.
did we not mass it?
We did not at stage
Oh,
one.
it's fantastic. All right, and you can jump back.
I would, however, not go out hot. That would end the
Oh,
fleet.
yeah, no, definitely not gonna do that there, boss.
Man rolls out the apostle again.
That would be not ideal.
Again?
No
Again.
proof that ever happened.
That never happened. What are you
We should
talking-
really
What's
add
guy
that.
talking about.
We should add that to like the plus smart command, where it's literally just a quote. Guys, I rolled the apostle out.
True.
Oh, in that picture of
you'll
Mark's
drop
face,
frames
added.
on Twitch.
I'm dropping frames. Yeah, it's because Discord shit.
Yeah, no, it's
we'll fix
my
it next
PC.
time, right?
It's my PC. I know what the issue is. I'm multi-boxing right now. It's something weird with how my GPU is interacting with my OS. I've been working on this issue for a while. It'll be better as soon as I can get my last newbie into the wormhole, and as soon as he's in, then it should improve.
Nice.
Okay, I just wanted to say something because people were saying something.
Yeah, no. I understand what's going on. I already apologized for it on stream. It's just Mark's cam that's kind of fucked up. The gameplay gets not as fucked up.
True. I am kind of fucked up, you know. I'm broken inside.
Whoa.
Me too.
I'm damaged, you know.
Oh wow, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
See that's what the SCP community does to you.
Vodka.
That's right. That's how I can heal me. I need some vodka.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. Give me some of the vodka.
Get it?
Vittu perkele.
Perkele. Yeah.
Minä suut Lilina. Oh fuck,
What's a recipe for happiness?
I need to get Scully a shirt that says
Drink,
eat,
vodka,
eat,
shoot
drink,
Lily.
shoot Lily, repeat. Oh, Lily's
I actually
muted.
need to buy
Why
some
is he
Sirtto the
muted?
FunFest. I'm thinking what I buy for the FunFest, but food or shit.
My only regret leaving Iceland earlier this year was that I didn't take any alcohol back with me. I really should have, because they've got pretty good alcohol. They've got that one weird like licorice alcohol that was not good, but not bad. I'll
That's
get
selling
you.
it very strong.
Well, so I met that we like the very first day we were there. We were at a bar, and CCB Zealous is like, "Oh, they've got some stuff here that's imagine this but British." He's like, "Oh, they've got some shit here that's like really strong alcohol. It's this weird like licorice alcohol." And it's like, "You should try it, but you probably won't like it because it's a lot." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well we'll see." And I try it, and it wasn't that bad. I was like, "Okay, this is decent." I mean, I trust it.
Uzo?
I have had a lot. What is it?
Uzo?
No, what's the fucking? Oh, I can't think of the name.
That
Hang
was
on.
one I was thinking where it's like very licoricey tasting because of all the fennel and anise and stuff.
Absinthe.
Right. I cannot for like. I just asked the CSM because I know some. I think Angry Mustache bought a bunch of it before he left. He did. He's asking. He's responding right now. What's it called?
I know Jägermeister was the other thing, right? But I was like, that name's known. Everyone's got it.
Jaeger. That will put hair in your chest. That stuff is rough. Okay, nothing in here. Jump back. Good night, Ka. Sleep well. Brenovan. That's what it's called.
Fucking Lily shooting me.
Brenovan.
Hell.
Oh no, is Lily aggressing you?
Yes.
Oh, save scale. Here, I'll save you by warping the
Iceland's
fleet.
signature distilled beverage.
I wouldn't say it's good, but it is a beverage.
It's flavored with caraway. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's got a really interesting taste.
Does
That's
it taste like almost like a rye bread or something? Like I don't know. I'm trying to understand.
I don't like. I don't think. I don't know if I can.
Oh, there's the thing. I was just reading a description. I don't know.
Was that?
Just caraway, like prominent in rye bread, and it's about saying like sometimes there's a note of fresh rye bread that you get as like an aftertaste. Blah, 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 blah. Sounds interesting. I wouldn't have expected it to be made from that and have that as a flavoring.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was not like it was definitely not smooth. It was definitely not smooth. It was pretty rough, but it was not too bad. I just think I don't mean to like. I certainly don't mean to speak ill of my very good, very reliable, very friendly friends from the United Kingdom, but I think it's maybe possible that living in the UK, it is not unlikely that the citizens of that fine country may not be subjected to too many strong flavors.
You
fucking
what,
what,
mate? You what? You wanna fucking go, blood?
I mean, listen. I'm not saying anything. But I am saying something. You know. Yeah. But anyway, no, it was lovely, and I'll tell you, man, the food in Iceland is so fucking good. It's insane.
Rec,
That
no,
stuff
we are
is-
not. We're actually with
They
our
don't fuck around in that
Mark
place, dude.
runs our alliance. It's the
That guy
Turbo
wants to know if
Failure
we're both
Glory
in goons.
Wormhole
No,
Alliance.
we're definitely not. Tell your friends I'm not in goons. I need more people to know that. It's very important to me that people know that I'm not in goons.
But
It's-
maybe
it's
we
an
should be
image
blue
thing.
or something based on, I don't know, Mark. Jeez.
They did. They want to know if we were blue. They're like, I thought we were blue together. I thought that like to be on the meta show, you had to be in the Imperium. I'm like, no, friend, no, not that.
This is a
The goon thing behind
journalistic
the-
institution. How dare you?
Yeah, I was gonna
Assume.
say.
the goon flag behind me is because I am an 8-year goon veteran.
That to be true. Alright, nothing in this one.
How old were you when you started playing Mifune?
Jump back, Dictors.
I was 15 when I started playing.
Dictors, I lied. When you
No,
jumped
I don't.
through
I
this
don't
whole
hate
clip, 'cause
goons
you're
nor
showing off my
doors. Just
pro
that
scheme,
after 8
forgot about
years,
that.
I needed a change from
all
nullsec,
good.
and that's when I met Mark.
Dictors, make sure you're out. Dictors, make sure you're out.
Mark doesn't hate goons. No.
I hate goons? No, I do not hate goons. I don't hate anybody.
Where did I get that from?
That's not true. I
Fucking
hate-
Lily's gramming me.
Oh,
You
God.
fucker.
Don't worry, I'll send you again. He's warping off.
God damn it, Lily.
Lily's he's muted. He's not even here so we can talk shit to him. I don't hate goons. I don't hate anybody. I think that some groups are bad and some groups are purposely fill their lines with some real shitters. But I don't hate most groups. I don't even know if I hate those groups either. I just find them like kind of like culturally frustrating. But no, I don't hate anybody. I certainly don't hate goons. I haven't been playing the game long enough to hate goons or anybody. I mean,
I think the most strongest opinion I would ever have is just the different areas of space. Like, I don't like nullsec in general. not
Yes,
because of
Kel, we
people,
live
but,
in
like,
wormholes.
mechanics or something.
yeah,
Like, it's way more that than
that is definitely what it is for me too. Like I don't hate nullsec or nullsecers.
Yeah.
I just don't like the that style is a little like I see the appeal. Like that's the thing. I see the appeal. Like it's very much like the I don't know if you guys have ever heard Kazinger talk about his triangle theory, but the triangle theory says that there are 3 types of people who live in Eve. You've got conquerors, you have settlers, and you have raiders. And conquerors are like the groups that conquer space. Their goal is dominion over other groups. You know, so they want to go to war a lot, and they want to, you know, the appeal for them is this, you know, the big fleet fights and the, you know, knocking down enemy keep stars and the whole 9 yards. And then you have settlers, which are crabs, basically, who move into a place that has already been conquered. They don't really care to do much of the conquering themselves. They just want to extract resources. So crabs, miners, the whole 9 yards. And then you have raiders, who live primarily to disrupt the crabs or the settlers. And it's the job of the conquerors to defend the settlers, or the settlers themselves to, you know, mount some kind of defense against the raiders. So this group that we are in, the one that you're all here for, definitely is much more of a raider group. We
well,
it's just
Kel, we
kind of
actually
the
have a
kind of
brand
place that we
new.
have.
We actually have a
Take this
brand new
back.
corp for people that are new to wormhole space. So look into that. If you want to learn about wormholes, we got the perfect place
Yeah,
for you.
I think it's kind of cool. After I get over, my first years of being a victim when I was playing Eve, it's kind of cool to see like we're the part of the gameplay element that is that risk versus their reward. Or
Well, and you know what's really cool too is like looking back at like the past, right? Like when I first started playing this game, I played it a lot differently than I do now.
Yeah.
Which is to say, I played it like I did a lot of mission running with my friends. I did a lot of mining with just like because I started playing the game with people I knew from back home. Like, have you ever seen Nimu in here? Nimu is one of the guys who I went to high school with. We were good friends in high school. We were both like in the band together. We hung out a bunch. He's like actually one of my good friends from back home. Him and me and a couple other guys, like we all just kind of came up in the game together, and we were playing it all back then. But like back then, that what we were doing was like what I thought you had to do. Like that was all I thought the game was. And now having spent some time in it and playing the game and like experiencing different things, it is kind of weird like looking back on it now because like I see people in space now who like do the thing that I did back then, and my perspective has shifted entirely. And it's kind of neat to like almost like you're looking into the past, but like I don't know, it's kind of like when you go back to your hometown after you've moved away for a while, and like you see people like walking down the streets, and you're like, oh yeah, that was me 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
I have so much trouble teaching anybody who's wanted to try to play this game, Mark, because like I'm just so used to doing things I don't even realize the reason behind it.
Have you ever thought about the lexicon of Eve? Like
yeah, that's
like
so confusing.
The
yes.
words we say to describe the game and how it works.
Yeah.
Like just holding a basic conversation about Eve Online with people who don't play this dumb game is so weird because you really have to you really have to like because you can't say certain things. Like even just describing.
My hope is that it opens up the people who play this game, that it opens up their mind to just how expansive topics can be when you specialize in them beyond the things that you understand.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's what's the name for that? It's where if you don't know a lot, you think you know a lot, and then the more you know, the less you realize you know.
Dunning-Kruger.
What is it?
Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yes, Dunning-Kruger. Thank you. That's kind of what you feel here, right? Because like just trying to describe what rolling a hole is to somebody, like even people who play Eve, like you have to like if I say I want to put mass on a hole so it reduces and then it goes crit and then we can roll it. Like for most people that means nothing. Dictors, you can jump back. Like that's just gobbledygook, right? It doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I mean, people think volume. You're right. Thank you, Kakika. Like people just
Looking
don't.
up a drawbridge.
Yeah, and so it's like it is a difficult thing to do to try and explain like how the game works to other people because like especially people who don't play Eve, you have to like there's so much context that you have to. God damn it, Lily. Hang on. I'm sick and tired of that.
No, I mean like when me and my roommate first moved into our apartment, I kept trying to get him into Eve, and I'm like, I feel like you'd really like it. You should come hang out with us, come join the game. And he's like, nah, never. But yet every single time he walks into my fucking room to like strike up a conversation about dinner or talk about our day a little bit, he'll see me play Eve and he'll be like, so what are you doing there? And I'll fucking sit there. And he'll end up sitting there and watch me play for like half an hour.
So that's kind of the thing, right? Where like Eve is one of those games that unless it scratches like a very specific itch for you, it's always going to be something that is much more enjoyable to hear about than it is to actually play.
No, absolutely, and that's the thing is that we're starting to have more nights where he's just like, man, I'm staring at my desktop, I don't know what to do. I'm like, download Eve.
Yeah.
Actually, Mark, props to you guys. The AT had, I think, 10,000 people at height stream.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that. I will say, the day before or last weekend, I think we maxed out at like 6,000, which is a lot, maybe 7,000. I think the reason they got over 10 was because of the Twitch drops, which works. I mean, fucking works.
Hey.
You're effectively paying people to, log in and watch, which is, it's fine. People got to experience. And what was great about it was not only did people were getting rewarded for, is Lily leaving?
Nobody knows.
Oh, he
didn't say
just
anything
left.
fleet.
He's also our only rep, so.
All right, well, hang on.
I have this Nestor tackled here. Oh fuck, he's coming.
He's coming for you.
Time to escape. I got his half armor. Time to leave.
Nalashaka, Nestor.
Oh no, are we gonna have to reship some people in the Logi?
We'll go back to the fort here as soon as we're done with this hole, so we can reship if we need to.
Are there any Nestors on contract?
I don't think so.
I would offer to reship one, but I'm going to bed shortly, so.
That's fine.
It's 10 to 2. PP late.
True. Dick to jump back.
My fucking neighbors are still outside talking. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Jesus.
Whoop whoop.
We actually might call. Well, we might call a little early tonight, Mifune, because I see storm clouds gathering. And if
That's
it gets
fine.
bad here again, I don't want the power to go out in the middle of rage rolling.
That's fine.
Some
We'll
people
do.
were asking about. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Well, some people were asking about like the nature of fights we get and how often we get them. Do y'all have some videos that you just recently made about that?
Do I
Like,
ever?
Scully.
That might be
Scully,
what's
my favorite Euro. You know this.
Here, hang on. I'm gonna link. I don't think. Can I link stuff in? Yeah, I can because
You should be able to as long as you're a mod.
I'm a
yeah.
mod. That's right.
you can
Imperium
see-
news mod.
There's some stuff like that would show like what would happen if we rolled in on a capital ship doing some sites. Or...
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
actually,
like the dread fight that we just had that I uploaded earlier this week.
Well, don't. That version is cool because it has all the comms. But I want to. What's the? It's Vilkson's. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't remember what it is though.
Here it is. I found it.
Are you guys on the wormhole still? Or are you?
We're back at the fort. We thought we had to reship to Logi.
No, I was here. I was just talking to the guy on other comms, but I was paying attention.
Oh, hang on a second.
I was watching everything that was going on. That was for real. Why do you think I was describing Scully?
I don't know what you're up to. Hang on,
I'm going to fucking spoil the Edgar runners if you don't stop. Very
I told you I'd stop. You shot me first.
Only
so
if you were threatened.
He shot me first, so he, you know.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna spoil it.
All right. So I just linked in Twitch chat a video that Vilkson put together of the last time we rolled in on a dread. It's pretty good. It's condensed a little bit, thankfully. It's not 22 minutes of me telling everybody we'll be fine over and over again.
It's 20 minutes of pure copium.
Honestly, there's a lot of cope in that, yes. We're fine, everybody. We're fine.
Escalated on, sir.
Ding! We're not fine. Mark, like, just hold grid where like all the subcaps are gone.
Oh no, not that one.
That
Oh,
one was great.
no.
Just
didn't
hold
get a
grid,
video of that
guys.
one?
The gang in all our pods, like, huh?
we don't talk about that one.
We got baited by a Phoenix Navy issue. For those of you wondering what's up, and it still leaves its scars on.
Oh,
us
the eye beast bait.
I mean, is it really bait? Is if it's objectively trolling not to try and tackle it?
Have you all seen the gif of the woman holding a cake in front of a dog, and the dog is having Vietnam flashbacks?
No.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feeling I have whenever people talk about that PNI excursion.
Every time Quantum undocks it,
Watching
you
myself
start
get hit by a
talking.
cruise missile and it volleying through 50% of my armor, and I was like, oh, well, that's not good.
Then he found out that
He
the
was just
volley
like deleting
is
the shacks. It was just so funny.
Concern.
A lot of concern, yeah, a lot of concern.
Lodgy's like,
Ugh.
The frequency you hear people saying -1 the shack. It makes
Yeah,
you be like,
yeah, that's the
I'm in
worst part.
danger.
Yeah.
You just start seeing -1s in fleet chat, and you're like, that's not good. Dig through jump back.
One of us actually
All
on
right,
fire.
Mark,
and back and
20,
forth. Not gonna
20
win.
more minutes-ish, you think, or?
Yeah, we'll do 20 minutes. We'll do 20 minutes. I think
30 minutes.
It'll be fine.
Where
it might blow
crabs?
through and it's nothing, but the last time we had a storm come through, because the infrastructure out here is bad, that knocked out my power, and I don't want to get stuck in the middle of
Yeah.
space with a bunch of little shacks. Or Absos, I guess.
Well, no, if anything, you would disconnect middle of rolling a hole with the Apostle and just have it stuck in...
Yeah,
Like
that's
a-
kind of the nightmare scenario, isn't it?
which has happened repeatedly.
Well, oh, that hasn't happened repeatedly.
Being your apostle getting ruled
Can
out.
someone ask Twitch chat where the fuck the kill marks on Phoenix Navy are, please?
Nobody knows.
I'm still looking for it.
This
I'm
person
still trying to find
says,
it.
That's why I don't understand. PvE is boring. True. Hang on, let me warp the apostle. PvE is boring, especially after some time. PvE is for high sec new players, players who are afraid to do step forward. Now, when it comes to PvP, if any of the big alliances come in with their fleet, you lose. And calling yourself raiders is fine, but let's keep it real and so you can't interrupt anything. If you would come up to Delve in Malpace, for example, you would kill a few small stuff, and an either 15-minute fleet would arrive, and then you would either run or die. Yeah, but that's part of it, right? Like, I don't think anybody who is not block level has any misconceptions about whether or not they can take
Yeah.
an engagement
null
against a 300-man null fleet. Like,
Yeah.
it just, I recognize that I can't do that certainly not by myself, and probably not unless we had a kind of nuts bat phone. But like, the encounters are different, so your engagements are smaller. Why? I want to understand why people are living in wormholes. So here's the appeal of living in wormhole space for me, and this is kind of the vibe for yeah. This is kind of the vibe I feel like for a lot of people. So, like, but again, I can only speak from my own experience. Wormhole space is unique, not just because of the RNG mechanics, which are like, that's a big deal, right? Like, I have stressed this to so many people. I like had to tell people at CCP during during the summit, kind of how big of a deal the RNG mechanics is. What you guys don't understand, if you've not lived in wormhole space, is like, there are religions in game, like religions that other players subscribe to, about like the outcome of RNG mechanics. Like when you hear people talk about Bob in the context of like what wormhole space is and how it operates, like they're not talking about like a fun guy or like Band of Brothers Alliance. They're talking about like a pseudo-deific entity that they believe controls certain aspects of the game. Because every time you roll a hole or a hole rolls into you, that's just an RNG mechanic. But like,
well, I mean, just to say here, Mark, we haven't been leaving corpses at the sun, and you'll notice lack of content.
You're right, and see, but that's the thing. You start to see patterns in random numbers, which is crazy. But it's legit, and that's human nature, right? Like that's just the thing people do. So that's part of it. Like that for sure is part of it. Like there is something to be said about the intrinsic variety of the random number generator. Not having local is cool too for a lot of different reasons I could go on about, but I think anybody who lives here will tell you how much they like not having local. The big one for me is that engagements are locked at a certain size, right? Because 90% of engagements are locked at a certain size. Because I can't light a Sino in a wormhole and just have 300 of my best friends show up, right? So much of the preparation for fights in wormhole space is, or so much of the outcome of whether or not you win or lose a fight in wormhole space is dependent on whether or not you've prepared correctly, right? Because when you jump a wormhole, you only have so much mass, and you have to get the most efficient use of that mass through the hole to take a fight. And if you don't, and the other guy does, a pretty good chance you're going to lose, or you run into the issue of you have to rely on good piloting, which is harder than some things. But
sometimes 150 goons come through.
It's true. Sometimes 150 goons come through. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and people will tell you that Bushido's dead. That's mostly a Doomer thing. Bushido's not really dead. Most wormhole groups are here because they want to get fights, and they like that the fights are capped. Typically, it is rare to find a fight where you have more than 100 people on grid, unless there are some really weird circumstances. Like when we take this fleet through, the one that we've got right now. We would be running up against a mass limit if we wanted to return, right? Because we can really only go out one way with so much mass, and if we mass the hole on the way out, we're not getting back in. Or hang on, somebody lives here. There's somebody scanning in here. Dix, just go ahead and jump through.
Cheeto is not dead anymore than it ever has been.
When you jump,
It's a Cindy hole, Mark. Cindy hole.
Is it a Cindy hole?
Seems to be.
I don't think they have scanners out, but I don't see. Yeah, they've just got a buzzard or a heron out. It's not, or a buzzard. It's fine. All right, jump back, Dictors.
Dictors just went through something else.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, it's so much about planning ahead of time, making sure your fleet comps are well put together. And brawling is such a big deal in wormhole space because so many fights happen on wormholes themselves because you can aggro somebody and then jump a wormhole because there's no aggro mechanic for wormholes. So fights happen on wormholes so that people can wormhole tank. And that's why brawling is such a big deal out here.
Plus, polarization is a thing that helps control jumping back and forth endlessly.
Right.
However,
so people there are a million different reasons why people like wormhole space. I mean, I could just the things that appeal the most to me are the fact that the random number generator is fun, the fact that fleet fights are capped at a certain size, and the fact that you can never really know if somebody's with you, because if they're cloaked and there's nobody in, there's no local, then is what it is. Do we build our own ships? We build some of our own ships, but I'd say I'd say Marcus is probably right. We import most of our stuff from Jita just for convenience. Also, it's really hard to build stuff out here because the moons suck. So you end up having to import all the minerals anyway. So not ideal. Hello, Roner.
Hello.
We're
Roner heard that the
about
chain
another
was
20
fucked up.
minutes. Ro, I'm gonna call it just a little early tonight because I think we're gonna get some weather over here, and I don't want my power to go out again while we're rolling.
Hi, Rowan.
Old Roner.
Good old Rowan.
Old man Roner.
Slaps the hood of the Rowan.
This Roner can fit so many
goods
so
much
in
good.
it.
So much good.
This Roner can fit so many bookmarks on it.
A few bookmarks. Not to surpass 500.
No, definitely not more than 500.
Based on what you're saying, you want to be left alone. You're escaping from politics. Huge alliances. I wouldn't even say it's that. I mean, they're let's not pretend there is definitely a political game to play in wormhole space. it's probably not the same intensity as like null, like blue lists and block coalition standings and stuff like that, like making sure that you're not, you know, fucking over friendlies. But there are political aspects to the game out here. It's just different. It's just, I mean, the whole thing is different. So
The
I
PvP
I
segment's so
certainly wouldn't
cool.
say it's better or worse. I think it's better, but I can't say that objectively. No, I mean, it's just, if you prefer it, then you prefer it.
I like how you'll have like so-called like really good friends, maybe even going so far as to blue, you know,
So
even without bluing, but you have a
Drifter out
great
in here.
relationship.
Check. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, there's a drifter on a hole in here. I want to see if there's anybody out the far planet. This system sucks so bad. No, it's just the drifter. They didn't kill the drifter. Why did they not kill the drifter?
Oh, that got rolled into? Check Zika.
Maybe. Dick through jump back.
But you'll
What are you
have-
saying, Marcus? I'm sorry.
Well, you're just, you know, you can have such good friendships with other groups or good relationships, but you'll still be like, hey, on Tuesday, do you want to get a fleet over and fuck each other out of like 30 billion Iskin fight? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's do it.
There's a certain like camaraderie amongst wormhole groups too, like that I always think is kind of inspiring when you see it. Like wormhole groups routinely and viciously talk shit about other wormhole groups.
Yeah.
As is our
Everybody
way.
else is the fucking worst.
Everybody else
best
is
thing
the
about
worst
talking shit about
until
Turbo is being in Turbo.
a nullsec group starts to like
Yeah.
step towards somebody. Like if we saw, I don't know, like a group of PL guys trying to evict some wormhole group, there will be 400 people in that hole the next day, like running hole control, doing the whole thing. Like that, it just, and like part of it is like, you know, tribalism, but it's I guess useful tribalism for us in this case, because, you know,
It's not just monkeys screeching at each other.
yeah, I mean, it's, you know, these are the people you run into every single day. You know, they are your kin, for better or
Frenemies.
worse. Yeah, these are our like. Whenever I talk about wormholers, you know, whenever I'm talking about CSM stuff, like these are my people, right? These are, you know, I don't like all of them. They're not all my best friends, but they are still my people. And I think that there's
sit down to have a beer with every single one of them if the option came up.
And that's not to say I don't feel that way about some. I mean, there are plenty. I know plenty of people in nullsec space who I like and are friendly with. I work with, you know, 8 of them every single day, or every single day. So like that can be true of everywhere, but I think wormhole space is kind of unique in that case, in that idea, because it's so much a part of the collective identity of the region, I guess.
It's way better than Osak's version of the Saint Shame. I would say that, you know, the whole Bushido thing in Eve, you know, was, you know, as dead from the start as, you know, like ever. And like that is to say it's not dead. But there are certain groups that have just been known to backstab, and, you know, like that reputation gets around quick.
It does. That's one of the things too, right? Like there are because of there's another thing that people like about wormhole space is there's no asset safety. So if you lose your shit, you've lost your shit, and that's all there is to it. Which is how, like, there is no more visceral a response to somebody doing a backstab or doing a tomfoolery than evicting somebody. Like there are no better ways, I think, to tell somebody to fuck off than rolling up to their spot, knocking over all their stuff, and making it your stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't get that anywhere else. You can't, like, there's
Better
nowhere.
than Losec Piracy. The way
Yes,
you
there's
get
nowhere
all
else
that
in the
loot
game
divided up.
where you can just go somewhere and say, hey, this stuff that you have is mine now.
I've
Like,
informed
wait,
some
GG.
stuff drops from Citadels in Nullsec. How does that work?
The only stuff that drops in nullsec are like structure mods, I think maybe stuff that's in core
So
hangers.
So
If,
so
if,
what,
if
what
something's
happens
being
with
built actively, that can drop as well.
yes?
too.
So how it
They can come
works?
back.
We're Nullsec basically takes advantage of every structure mechanic there pretty much is, right? So if the wormhole, if the citadel is just anchoring, or if it's or if it's like abandoned, then it will loot pinata just like it does in wormhole space. But anytime other than that, when a structure is murdered in nullsec, it'll just be the kill mail, the structure itself, and all of its mods and ammo and stuff like that. But not really the fun part, but the thing that comes along with that is that all of the different ships that are in corp hangars and such get added to the kill mail as cargo to that citadel that was lost. So that bloats the kill mails a little bit. If people have a lot of stuff in corp hangars and you kill their Astro House in nullsec, then on the Astro House kill mail in the cargo section of Z kill, you'll see all of the different ships that were in corp hangars and stuff. As far as people ships, they all automatically get asset safetied.
Having no asset safety, like I don't think you could have like if the game was different, you could probably have no asset safety in nullsec space. You definitely can't do it now. Like, cannot do it now. Can't be done. There'd be such a huge change to the way the game works. It would just not be tenable. And honestly, the server probably couldn't handle it. Just straight up, the server would not be able to handle all that, all those cans. So, but the like not having asset safety means that every engagement that you take in your own home feels like the end days, right? Like it's so important because if you lose something or if you're not careful, then that's it. There's no, you can't go to a station in low sec and get all your stuff back. It's just that's the ball game.
Analogy, because
Yeah,
I know
take
Roman
it.
will like this. Where Fortizars and stuff are kind of like static structures in nullsec, but the asset safety is concerned. When you set up a Fortizar in your wormhole, it's kind of more akin to like a real mothership in the sense of the word, where each of your pilots are the ships deployed from the mothership, and you're always kind of roaming between different parts of space by having your static connection connect to new things all the time. And I don't know, I feel like that kind of like 100% drop from that just makes the experience that much more exciting.
Well, and it makes structures kind of interesting, right? Like, because how many times have we rocked up to what just looks like an AFK Astra that nobody gives a shit about, and it suddenly has 20 billion disk worth of stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, it's more often than not that there's just nothing in there.
It helps when their log off freighter fucks up the log off part.
Oh my god.
That is also true, yes.
What a nightmare. It gave me such anxiety, and I don't even
You know
have
what?
a
Like, at
freighter.
first I felt bad for them about it, but listen, it was greed at the end of the day. They could have
Yes.
logged off.
Just see
they
with-
wanted to put more stuff in that cargo hold.
With
I wonder if they're trying to get the core with the. I can't figure it out.
They would never have gotten away with it, so there's no reason they would try.
What are you guys
No.
saying,
with
Mifune?
nullsec, that kind of stuff gets a little weird, because when it comes to doing that same kind of stuff with nullsec, it's what's the word for it? So on the in-game map can actually be very useful to nullsecers, especially now more than ever, because there's two filters on the in-game map that shows active sinos within the last 7 minutes, as well as crap beacons in the last hour, right? So a lot of nullsec players will put those two filters on their in-game map, and then when they want to hunt for something in particular, they use those two statistics. So when someone has a freighter that has a really expensive citadel in it, especially if it's a smaller group, not so much for the big blobs, but as far as smaller groups and stuff like that, when they have a jump freighter with a Fortizar or something in it, it can get pretty obvious where they're going and where they've been. And so once that sort of play got involved in nullsec, the counterplay is that people light multiple sinos across a region, which is like, it's weird and unique to nullsec, where they will literally just have 6 sino tunes throughout a region, and they will just light all 6 of them. They'll waste the liquid ozone, but it doesn't matter because it confuses the in-game map onto where they are, where they've been, makes it harder to triangulate things.
We did that in low second Mifune.
Yeah, low sectors do it too.
I have a weird question. In fleet chat, if anyone's been evicted, can they put an X in fleet chat? Like actually been evicted from their home?
Prison counts,
interesting.
Marcus Chin. Oh, you already X'd up.
I did it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious. So what? There's like, there's a good
Sure.
amount of us on comms, and only I expected it to be higher. That's interesting.
Does voxel count? Kind of. But we'll say we'll say for this argument, no.
What are we Xing for? I missed.
Kind of.
If you've been evicted or not in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And like, so I have not. But
Yet.
from
Do you
what
wanna be?
yet from what I know about how people have talked about it, there is also something like just traumatizing about being evicted. Like, it's not just a matter of like, we got to pick ourselves back up from our bootstraps again. It's like somebody appeared and
Kick your
decided
sandcastle.
to extinguish you.
It's
You know
the
what I mean?
ultimate pain in the dick.
Yeah.
It's like your house getting broken into. You're like, man, I'm not safe anywhere anymore. Kind of
Yeah, I know.
And then they stay
Yeah, the
there.
only
They just
thing
come
worse
back
than
and
that-
keep looting.
You generally end up moving hole as well, so stuff
Yep.
you'll end up moving to a different hole,
Hey,
and your
Luffy.
gameplay will change.
The only thing worse than that is finding out that your directorship values their in-game power and forces you to move out earlier before the actual eviction is complete, when you were trying to run operations to hold control, and fucking I can go on for like.
How do you really feel, Annie?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
the only thing worse than that is finding out your core leadership blasted the end where the lot comes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so Mark, the next 2 or 3 holes.
The worst was we'll do 2 more after this. We're about to finish up rolling, Ophi. So the worst was, I don't think anybody here was there, but when what was the god damn it, what was the name of that group? The one that Altair was in. The worst.
than Cindy.
No, before that, the worst Wormhole Corp.
What was that?
Procon?
No, not
Did
Wholesale
you-
either.
TD Sin?
Everyone's saying
No,
almost
it wasn't TD
behind.
Sin. It was
Turbo Feeder Glory?
Why can I not think of the name?
Yeah, Turbo Feeder Glory. Is that the one?
It wasn't Shekel Squad. It was the
The backstabbing guys?
no, the ones the
Was it Death Squad?
no.
Somebody just pull up his job history.
Yeah, I guess we could just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it here in front of me. Hang on. It was
Mighty
the Mighty
Beans.
Beans.
Yeah, there's
Beans,
Beans.
yes.
The blessed beings, let their
Okay, so when
power
Mighty
be immortal.
Beans got evicted. They had a disgruntled director who there are some arguments about whether or not he was paid off by Inner Hell, because they were eventually evicted by Inner Hell. There were some arguments about whether or not he was paid off, because ahead of time he felt like he had been disrespected by the rest of their directorship and like their leadership group. So in like the week that maybe like a day or two before Inner Hell showed up, I think it was the day Inner Hell showed up actually to do their eviction, he pulled all the mods off all their structures and pulled fuel.
Eesh.
Yeah, including their Dracus fort.
No.
Yes. So yeah,
Isn't that Steel Roamer, right? Or am I thinking Shekel?
no, Steel Roamer was.
I know he did that.
That makes the High Admiral incident sound like a fucking walk in the park.
Yeah, I know it was pretty bad. So this is a very quick side tangent, but that happened like right before we formed the Roma Corp, and one of the very first places that guy went to see if he could join another corp, because when that happened, Beans then got evicted, and every member of Beans swore a blood oath to never let him live in wormhole space ever again. To my knowledge, he does not live in wormhole space and has not ever again. But immediately afterwards, he messaged us and was like, "Hey, here, I'll see you got a new wormhole corp over here. I'd sure like to come join your ranks if it's not too much trouble." And I was like, "Well, sure there, friend. Of course. I'd love to have you join my new wormhole corp." And Spinsy messaged me and she's like, "Hey, bro, you shouldn't do that. Do you know what the situation is with him?" And I'm like, "No, I have no idea." She's like, if you let him in your corp, you'll be evicted." And I'm like, "What?" Yeah.
Which specific
Right,
shooter we
second
got?
to last one. Next
And then
one
we brought in Grubu, and
Would
the
you say
eviction
this is
threats
the
still come in.
Pentultimate?
Say again.
Would you say this is the Pentultimate wormhole one?
This is the penultimate wormhole. Yes, this is a ping Grubu wormhole. So everybody go to general chat and ping Grubu. Let him know that we've run into a ping Grubu wormhole.
Who owns
Well,
the
don't,
structure in there? Can you paste that?
I can look. 1 second.
Was it one of the locked ones?
It's not one of the locked ones.
No, it's a Cindy structure.
Gonna execute himself.
I don't think he cares
Hey.
about that one.
He cares.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Two things. First thing, Lily, you can go and record this. Second thing,
Never.
Mark, if you do make it to FanFest, and it's a FanFest that I can be at, please, if you do nothing else for me, I will downship to like Jackdaws if I have to. I want to fight the teenager.
Oh, that.
Let me be your
Just remember,
second.
we are streaming, Alfie. Just remember.
What do you
No,
want
it's
to fight?
okay. The kid. No, it's
That
okay.
guy who
He's not.
threatened me in Praise Bob.
Oh god.
No. See, it's okay because the thing is, he's a teenager, but he's 19, so he has enough agency and autonomy to be a legal-ass adult, which means that these hands, which are in fact rated E for everyone, he's going to find out what they're like, and he's going to figure out that my dad taught me how to do like 2 fucking things, and one of them was how to fight.
Yeah, but his dad's rich, so we're gonna.
That's true.
Ooh,
That's fine. I'll
get ya.
and that's fine.
back.
That's absolutely fine. I'll knock that little shit until Mario coins fall out.
Please do not actually fight anyone at FanFest. Please don't do that at all. Like
Bro, he won't even put up his bench press numbers. Like, he's bitch
he did end up putting his bench press. It was 150 kilos.
Oh my god!
Kilograms.
He can bench press half a
which
damn.
is it's not nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna
multiply it by 2.2 or
Yeah,
2.4 or whatever it is.
He's
I think next
honestly,
hole is
it
the
probably is
last
more
hole.
than I can bench. That's the next one's the last hole. Yeah, it probably is more than I can bench. I'm not gonna pretend like not
the
to
thing.
say that I'm weak or anything. I just don't work out that much.
But see, here's the thing: the fact that he had to wait like 3 or 4 weeks after I already hit him with "What's your bench, bro?" that he had to come back tells me that number he managed to extrapolate that by doing the math from the distance between his fucking taint and the top of his incredibly small ass crack. Like I
love how enraged.
This kid's gonna get.
I love how much
Is that how you-
enraged Opie is.
Is that how you do the
This
math
kid-
on that? Wow.
That's how you do math if you're bitch made like him. And this kid's gonna
Carries
get
the
folded
left
like
cheek.
laundry.
I didn't realize this was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm stoked to hear Ophi like standing up for his man. I'm down for it.
Listen, nobody's allowed to stress Mark out but me and maybe Lily.
I know.
I don't stress
Twitch
Mark
chat. Don't take the. This is all in good fun. There's a dipshit.
I'm gonna have
in,
a blast
the wormhole or
just
Discord.
at his expense.
Who
I'm,
was
I'm here for the IRL
talking?
PvP. Let's
He
do it.
said he was gonna show up at at a fan fest and break my nose. No, knock my teeth in.
He's gonna knock your teeth in.
Yeah,
with that 300 kg bench or that 150 kg bench press. He's talking about putting up there.
It was funny. It's all in good fun. Nobody's. I mean, that guy I think was probably pretty turned up about it. He was mad because I called him short. He didn't like that. Very
Oh,
much.
did you hurt the manlet's feelings?
Yeah, which I'll
That
tell
is a
you.
pretty funny word, though.
Here's the thing.
I'm naming my ship right now. I like it.
Here's the thing about that. I think people just assume that like manlet is a derogatory term for people who just aren't very tall, which is just not true. My dad, for anybody who doesn't know, my dad is not very tall.
Yes.
He's like 5'7", I think, which for a guy is not short, but I'm 6'8", so you know there's a pretty good disparity between him and I.
The proper insult would be calling him a Farquad.
So my dad could almost certainly beat my ass without question. I have no doubt about that. Oh, this is Mai's farm. Fed. No, Fed's not here. Are any of them here? Taj is not also not here.
Fettuccine's farm.
This is one of their farms.
Taj, my fettuccine.
Rats out here.
Leave it as a static.
Can we run it? Yeah, let's run his sites.
We'll leave it as the static. We're not gonna roach it. They don't have that many sites anyway.
Roach it.
Because they're active. Bam.
Right.
Also, Mark.
But what I was gonna say was, so my dad certainly, if he wanted to, could beat my ass. He's got that kind of like short guy, stocky guy energy. That's really strong. But you know, he's got what I like. I mean, he's like got short king energy. You know what I mean? He's just like not super tall, but he doesn't really care. It hasn't ever affected him. My mom is really tall, so like he was able to pull. You know, no big deal.
Big dwarven energy.
Yeah, she's you know, a giantess basically, and he's not. So when I talk about like manlet as a concept, I think it's much more just like, I mean, everybody's got things about themselves they don't like, right? At a certain point, I think you just kind of have to, you know, come to terms with it, find a way to. I mean, everybody finds ways to cope, right? You know, at varying degrees, people have different things that they do or don't like about themselves. But if you let the thing that you don't like about yourself consume yourself, that's probably not ideal. And this guy definitely did not. He was not vibing on that. I called him short, and he was very mad. He wasn't even that short. He was 6 foot. But
hey,
anyway,
no, he's as tall as he is strong. I'd imagine that 6 foot is measuring from about 4 inches under the concrete to an inch over the top of his head. Real quick question, Mark: Are you a fan of professional wrestling, especially back in like the WWE WWF Attitude Era?
I am not. It was I never got into it. We watched. I didn't watch a ton of TV when I was growing up because my parents wouldn't let me. So in general, I did not. But who just shot the fort?
Well, my follow-up question to this is: does anyone here know about a wrestler by the name of Rikishi?
Before you follow up with that. All right, we're done. Everybody, appreciate y'all coming out tonight.
This is very important as well. When we anchor the front fort, make sure you shoot it before Mark
still on
gets a chance
stream?
to fit
42, I swear to God, I'll kick you from the other lines. I will 42. I'll DDoS your house.
Whoa!
Don't tempt these people.
I will. Mark will Fantasia you into a Lalafell. He will Fantasia you.
anchor the keep star.
You don't. You don't
Kali's
understand.
gonna anchor it.
We're just gonna wake up.
I have it ready. I'm gonna anchor it now.
You have a keep ready right now?
All right.
Yes.
Do it, Scully. Drop
Where do you
it.
keep getting these from?
I don't fucking know.
Don't ask the drunk man where he keeps getting his couch money.
If you can show me a hanger with a keep star in it, we'll anchor it right now.
Okay. Well, they're memeing, but I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. We didn't get much content. Fatback, that's awesome. Love you. We're going to end it a little bit early as Storm is heading towards Mark, and we want to end this thing before his power might go out. So we're going to head out tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for chilling. I hope it was a wonderful time. I hope we gave some striking, exciting conversations. Turbo Feed is always recruiting, so if you ever want to come to Wormhole Space, come to Turbo. And have a good night, everybody.